All right, good morning, guys. So we are going to finish our introductions today. So that means if this is your first writing lesson this week, you need to go back and do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. We have to do these in order because this is like a step-by-step process. So if you have not done the work for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, you need to go back and do those in order, or you won't be able to do this. You won't know what we're doing. If you're all caught up in your on today's, then stay on this video. So yesterday what we did was we looked at this middle one because we wrote our hook questions, that first sentence of the introduction, and we answered that question for our reader, and then we told the reader what they're going to learn. And you could do that a bunch of different ways, but basically we wanted to like give them a preview, summarize the subtopics. And so that's all set. So now today we're on this last one. And I think this, we want to transition the introduction into the next paragraph. So this is like, think about it this way. This is like if we made a present and we wrapped it with a bow, this is the thing that's going to make our introduction paragraph. It's just going to make it stronger because it's going to finish it. It's going to wrap everything up and move on to the next thing. It's going to let our reader know. It's going to help our reader feel like that they read a full paragraph and that we didn't just leave them hanging halfway through our introduction. So let me explain what I mean, because I do think this one is might be the most difficult, but it's also the one where you have the most creativity to write what you want. So there's two sides to that. So let's take a look. So far in the example we have you heard of an adorable animal that can roll itself up into a razor-sharp ball? That cute, sharp ball is a penguin. The penguin is a unique animal from the places it lives to how it catches its food because of the scales that cover its body. Now, that could work as a introduction paragraph, but you see how it kind of just like, it's like we're just walking along and all of a sudden it stops and we fall off a cliff. We don't want our readers to fall off a cliff like that. We want them to have a little, maybe some stairs to get down. We want them to walk down a nice little hill. Bring them back down gently. And how do we do that? That's the tricky part. Well, you can do a lot of different ways. I'll show you me brainstorming some, and then hopefully that'll help you think of some ideas. So, well, the first thing you do if you're absolutely stuck is, read back what you wrote. So we talked about how the penguin was adorable. We talked about how it was can roll itself up into a sharp ball. And then we talked about the subtopics. So you could maybe take some of that information you already wrote and bring it back down to finish. And let me show you what I mean. So I talked about in my hook question, I mentioned that the penguin's a razor sharp ball, or that it's a cute sharp ball. So maybe I could talk something about that. Let's see. How about, because it's sharp, I could say, put some gloves on. Put some gloves on because it was sharp. And I could also go down to my graphic organizer. I could find another piece of information. Like this one. There are two types of penguins. Tree penguins climb trees like sloths. Ground penguins live in the ground. So I could say something like, put some gloves on and get ready to climb some trees. Because it's time to study penguin. So let's read that back. Have you heard of an adorable animal that can roll itself up into a razor-sharp ball? That cute sharp ball is a penguin. The penguin is a unique animal from the places it lives to how it catches its food and because of the scales that cover its body. Put some gloves on and get ready to climb some trees because it's time to study the penguin. I might even put a so there. I like using sentence pauses like that. So put some gloves on and get ready to climb some trees because it's time to study the penguin. So you see how that kind of it finishes the paragraph for us. It doesn't just stop after that middle part where we told the reader what they're going to learn and then they fall off the cliff. It gives them like a kind of hill to come down on. It gets them down, gets them out of our introduction and into our next paragraph, more in a smoother way. So, and this isn't the only one we can do. Let's brainstorm another one. I could say, so going back to what I was talking about, we could go back into the introduction we have so far, and we can find things that we already wrote about that we can bring back down to that transition sentence. So I could talk about the scales again because I said they were pretty sharp, and I mentioned that the scales cover its body. They might be scaly and sharp. Don't worry. Pangolins are shy and gentle creatures, just looking for some bugs. Ooh, I think I like that one a lot. So let's read that back. Have you heard of an adorable animal that can roll itself up into a razor-sharp ball? That cute sharp ball is a penguin. The penguin is a unique animal from the places it lives to how it catches its food because of the scales that cover its body. They might be scaly and sharp, but don't worry. Penguins are shy and gentle creatures, just looking for some bugs to eat. So I like that one a lot. So see, I had to dig through. I had to take some other information. Maybe I didn't say what kind of bugs they eat, but I mentioned that they eat bugs. And I brought back the fact that I was talking how sharp they were and that they have scales. It's just a way to wrap up the introduction. So let me see how much time we got. Okay, I'll do one more. I might save that one because I like that one a lot, though. With another way we can do this. How about I talked about how that it rolls itself up into a ball and then it's sharp. And so I could take maybe some information about where it lives. Ooh, how about I could say so if you're ever walking through a jungle or dry, dusty grassland, you see a ball, don't kick it. Say something like that. If you're ever walking through a jungle or a dry, dusty grassland and you see a ball, don't kick it. It just might be the penguin. So yeah, so this one took 2 sentences again, just like the other one, and that's fine. You can do more than one sentence. I wouldn't do too much. Maybe 3 is the max, but 1 to 3, let's say that, because we just want to wrap up that paragraph and move on to the next thing. So let's read this one back. Have you heard of an adorable animal that can roll itself up into a razor-sharp ball? That cute sharp ball is a penguin. The penguin is a unique animal from the places it lives to how it catches its food and because of the scales that cover its body. If you're ever walking through a jungle or a dry, dusty grassland and you see a ball, don't kick it. It just might be our friend the penguin. So I like that one a lot too. So I do think I like my other one better. So I'm going to use the other one. Might be scaly and sharp, but don't worry. Penguins are shy and gentle creatures just looking for some bugs to eat. So what you're going to do is take your work from yesterday, your 2 hook sentences and their answers, and then what they learned. Take them from your work yesterday, bring them back in here, and then you're going to write transitions for both of them. Could be one sentence, 1 to 3 sentences. I wouldn't obviously you need at least 1, and I wouldn't do more than 3, but just play around with it. It doesn't have to be perfect because I know this one's actually pretty tough. But just see what you come up with. Try to transition it. Try to wrap it up. Try to think about it like we don't want our reader to just walk off a cliff and then find themselves falling, and then they're lost and they don't know what's going to happen. We want to bring them down off that cliff like gently. We want to like build stairs for them or put a hill there so they can get down. So after you come up with your transition sentence, here's what you can do. I'm going to copy and paste it. Bring your transition into the graphic organizer. And then pick your favorite introduction, whatever one's your favorite, whichever one you like better. And then take your whole introduction. Now we have a full introduction paragraph. You might have to take yours out of here or up there, doesn't matter. And put it at the bottom. And then let's make it a true paragraph. Let me get rid of this italics. So make sure it has an indent. Make sure you have capital letters at the beginning of your sentences. And make sure you have punctuation. And then look, you have after you do that, you have a solid, awesome introduction to your informational writing. So that will be it. If you have any questions, please ask on Google Hangouts. If you're stuck and you need ideas, I will absolutely help you. You can message me and just message me whenever. I'm on here all day, so good luck. I know this might be challenging, but I know you can do it. So I will talk to you guys soon.